even Lachlan was getting crushed for a while, just still with the lock, crazy flexibility. I can't do any of that. But what happens is, because he doesn't like this stress, he wants to kind of like break the hook. So when the guy tries to turn and break the hook, that gives you a chance. So now Lachlan swings the leg through, you see that? And then whether here, as you swing through, you can thread. You see how I threaded? And now what ends up happening is this guy, because he feels the stress, he's tripping the guy and the guy backsteps right into the heel hook. All right, you ready, Mike?
I'm ready, let's do it.
Teach Me Grappling, what's up everybody? Take a look at these guys right here. Look what they're doing.
Teach me grappling.
Check it.
Chess.
All right, come here. We're gonna get it. We'll get into some chess later. All right. For now, everybody. First thing off the bat, I want to talk about, guys, is my outfit. Check out this outfit. I've got RollDawgz kimonos right here. Thank you to RollDawgz kimonos. If you guys want to check their website out, RollDawgzKimonos.com. Look, check out these shorts. These are like gi shorts. See, it's got the tie just like a gi. And then, but these aren't really made for training. I'm just wearing them here for the video. They've got their little pockets here. You can fit your iPhone. You can fit your little wallet in the back. It's kind of tiny in the back, but if you guys got one of those little girl wallets, you can throw that in there. And then it's a pretty cool pair of shorts, and you can just hang out in them. You got your gi stuff. So check out RollDawgz Kimonos. Thank you so much for kind of like sponsoring me and giving me some shit. So check them out, guys. If you guys want to order their stuff, go to their website. All right. Everybody wants to know about Lachlan Giles. Let me tell you something. I know this much about Lachlan Giles. But he's a badass. He kind of stole the show at ADCC, submitted 3 big dudes. He was only in the like the 169 division, I believe it's 77 kilo at Abu Dhabi, and he ended up going in the absolute. After losing in the first round of his division, he went into absolute, subbed the heavyweight champion right off the bat. Next match, subbed another big dude, I can't remember his name, and then lost to Gordon Ryan because he could not do a leg lock against Gordon Ryan. And then he ended up subbing Muhammad Ali, all with the same setup, all with the same heel hook. I gotta show it to you. So again, this move right here, check it out. All right, guys, look, the Dela Riva guard. Now, my favorite Dela Riva side is actually this side right here. This is kind of what I would say is the common side for Dela Riva, because a lot of guys put their right leg in front, but all of Lachlan's opponents chose to put their left leg in front. It's a good thing that Lachlan trains this side. So you make a Dela Riva hook. Guys, this is a Dela Riva hook. It's like a single leg. It's like a single leg, but you do it with your leg. Now, when you put your foot here, like this, and you wrap his leg, the problem with controlling this with your foot is you also have to control it with your hand, down low. So come around here and get this angle. See, this is your basic Dela Riva. Now, in the old days of Dela Riva, it would be something like this. You would look to get the deep Dela Riva hook. So you would stretch the guy out, you would lift your hip and put your foot through and then try to go towards the back and get to here. Once you get to here, you would grab his hips, either pull him back on top of you, or your opponent will run forward and he'll pull you up. Just charge forward, that's fine. And then you take the guys back, okay? Now, the more fun stuff, especially in the gi, would be more like this. You would grab onto his belt and then you would kick him out and take his back like this, okay? How you doing getting the backside of me? I'm just messing with you. Come look at you. Okay, so anyway, I'm just messing with you, Brian. Gotta mess with the camera guy. So guys, look, this is the old days of Dela Riva. Now, the new days of Dela Riva. Come over here. This grip right here is good, but what happened is guys started to figure out that if you pummel under, you can get this really good lock right here with a palm to palm. And then this is actually illegal in like IBJJF tournaments, because as you put pressure against the guy's leg, you're pulling his leg, and it becomes like a knee, kind of like reaping. You're going against the joint, so it becomes illegal. So this position is allowed in ADCC, but not allowed in IBJJF. So what happened? We saw a ton of it at ADCC, because all the guys go, well, now I can use this. So they pummel under, and Lachlan would pummel under on his opponent. Let me talk about this real quick. I'm gonna take out Dela Riva, and I'm just gonna put my feet on his hips. Now, just walk forward a little bit. Yeah. Now, this normal technique, guys, where you underhook the leg, you rotate your hip, and you attack for knee bars. So my leg, my hips go up, and I bring this leg over, and you attack for a knee bar. Okay? Now, this is a common thing. Now, then, as the evolution of leg locks happened, guys started to thread their foot in. So then the foot gets threaded. See this one right here? As the foot gets threaded, a couple ways I can do this. If you could stand up straight, strong. Okay, yeah. I could pull, move, and then now, look where I am now. Come over here. I know this gets a little bit like hairy. Now my leg is here, and then now as I swing, I bring him down, and then he's in 50-50. You see that? And then once he's here in the 50-50, you guys can cross your feet, bring the leg into the armpit, and then you guys can attack for the heel hook. Now commonly, he will also cross his feet. That makes things a little difficult, but we've got little techniques of breaking the grips and then going into the heel hook. Now, sometimes it'll look like that. If you guys watch a lot of Ryan Hall, he's crazy with the 50-50 position, so he can invert real easy. Guys, I am not your inversion coach, okay? I don't do that anymore. My neck, I don't like to put my chin on my chest at all. This is the extent of my inversion. Watch me, okay? Like when I'm here, if I'm playing inverted guard, just back up like you're grappling with me. Like guys, like this is what I have. I can do that. Oh shit, okay. Yeah, go ahead, do that and you might tap me out. This, okay. Right there, I struggle. So for me, guys, my days of inverted guard are kind of going away. When I do a berimbolo, which doesn't happen often in no-gi, but occasionally I'll do movements like that. I have to be really warm, and I have to be able to, you know, I gotta have a little bit of caffeine. So anyway, so I'm not the guy for that, but here's the thing. Most of the time when Lachlan would do this, it wouldn't even look like that, because the guy would just backstep. So watch what I'm gonna show you right now. And I wanna talk about real quick, because I showed you this entrance into the leg lock, I need to talk about it. When you guys are in the guard like this, and just come close and stand up. Yeah. When you guys go like this, the guy can squash me. He can drop a knee towards my face, go ahead, drop. And then now, as I try to do this, it's really hard to kind of get my leg lock going. And he has like basically a knee on my chest. Now here's part of the beauty of this Dela Riva attack. Go ahead and come back. When you guys play Dela Riva and then you pummel under for the lock, if he squashes, like try to squash, it actually helps me. Like it helps me like attack his knee at a 90-degree angle. What he wants to do is he wants to rotate his foot outward and straighten his leg and run and hips forward and straighten out. Yeah, like that. Like I can't get it now. You see that? Now that he's here and he kicked my foot out, he can keep his toes pointing that way and bend your knee, and then your hand can also control right there. Now look, I can't get it now. Now sure, some guys will go into here and they'll grab their own shin, or they'll keep the lock. Like there's a lot of that. Like even Lachlan was getting crushed for a while, just still with the lock, crazy flexibility. I can't do any of that. But what happens is, because he doesn't like this stress, he wants to kind of like break the hook. So when the guy tries to turn and break the hook, that gives you a chance. So now Lachlan swings the leg through, you see that? And then whether here, as you swing through, you can thread. You see how I threaded? And now what ends up happening is this guy, because he feels the stress, he's tripping the guy, and the guy backsteps right into the heel hook. And now you guys can see, look at all this control I have along here in the 50-50, okay? Right now my toes are hugging his back, which is connected to here. My calf is connected to his thigh. My hamstrings are connected to his thigh right there. His calf is connected to my thigh. My rib cage is connected to his shin bone. My body's connected. My wrist is connected to his heel. I can lock my leg or my grip. And then if I want, I can cross, or I can just do this, close my knees so that this knee cannot escape. So if you were to kind of like rotate your hip, no, not that way. Yeah, like that. That loosens it. And then he wants to step his leg down and over. And then maybe he can try to get out. That would be the ideal. Go ahead, come back. So when I control right here, whether locked or not, and I have a good squeeze, or if I'm here, I'm just leaning back as I crank this. As he tries to lift his hip, he's having trouble, and then now he's stuck. So now I'm here. And then I just lean back. Guys, I might turn a little bit, but that's at the very end. Okay? Never just go like this and then rotate. If you rotate, a lot of times your guy will lift his hip and he'll rotate over, and if his knee escapes through the hole, what we call the knee line, his knee will come out, and now you're forced back into this kind of hold, where maybe I can chase a calf lock, maybe I can chase his back, maybe I can get a sweep, but it's hard. Now, next thing I want to talk about on Lachlan Giles, guys, he showed us this grip. Sometimes he was just two-handed manhandling the foot. He would end up in this position a lot. And then the guy would then like swing back even, you know what I mean? And now he's like holding onto this foot, trying to suck it back in as you're trying to get it out. Now, what he did is a lot, is when he got the foot up high enough, he would like rear naked choke the foot. He would rear naked choke and hug the foot. So even if my legs are open, try to run away. Like you see, like no matter what he's doing, when he's trying to run away, try to put your foot up. It's really hard because he's got this grip on the foot. Okay, so this was a huge part of his game. And then he could throw his legs into position, and then when he's ready, he could go into the leg lock position and then finish that. And keep everything tight so that the knee doesn't escape the knee line, and then you can finish, okay? Back in the old days of leg locks, guys, we were doing all these moves, but these things have drastically been refined through Danaher's guys, Danaher, Eddie Cummings, all the guys, Gary Tonin, and then as well, now you got guys like Craig Jones and Lachlan Giles, or Giles, I'm sorry if I mispronounced his name, but they've got all these other crazy little entries. They're making the leg lock game even better, and there's more out there. In the old days, it was like Gokor Chivichian, and there was Eric Paulson, and so many other good leg lock guys. But, you know, nowadays, these young guys are just crazy changing the game. So let's talk about it one more time, because I know this video is going crazy. It's already 12 minutes. Shoot. Okay, so check it out, guys. Look, Dela Riva, please come over here. Yeah, you get the hook, right? I can create some space with this foot stomping. Instead of the traditional grip, or what's legal in IBJJF, you're gonna pummel under, you're gonna lock. And then again, once he creates some stress and the guy tries to pop his leg out, you can swing this leg through. You can go into a regular knee bar like this, or in this case, I'm gonna thread and try to get my foot through there. Now you guys can pull and go here and get into the 50-50 position. Now once I'm right here, my angle's a little bit bad. I'm gonna force that into there. I'm gonna make sure the connection happens. Make sure that you get all that connection I talked about earlier. So if you ever have a position like this, where your legs are here, and you start to try to pull on this, he's gonna feel right away that he can rotate. You see that? You see all that rotation you have? Yeah. So now come back a step, because I don't wanna hurt you. Now watch the difference. Right there. Now, my legs are tight. Now try to move. Try to go over there.
Such a big difference.
Yeah. You see that? There's no movement, and now I finish the heel hook. Okay?
Big difference.
Right there. As far as other heel hook stuff, guys, a lot of people talk about, come get a little closer. Like, see the wrist at the heel, not the crook of the elbow, although some people say crook of the elbow. Everybody's body types are different. Do the one that works for you. Just don't slip off. The main thing is don't slip off. This inverted heel hook is like a freaking, an explosive device. it is gonna kill him. If you just get most of it right, it's like a grenade. You don't have to have it spot on. If you have some of the elements correct, you could seriously damage someone. When you're doing a regular heel hook, outside heel hook, it's possible to, you have to be more precise. This one, you don't even have to be that precise, man. If I was here, that's why you're also seeing guys do different grips. You can do this grip, you know, some guys are doing this grip. You've got different grips you can do for heel hooks. So just showing you a little bit of it. So I want you to go to your back, and I want to explain it from here. So he's here on his back. You're gonna play Dela Riva with this one. So guys, look, in the normal situation, if he were to just not do this, and you just try to like spin, see how like I can fight you like this. And you see how like I'm not allowing him to get his leg lock. But I'm not saying you can never make that work, but check this out. But what the thing is, when he pummels under and he starts to put some stress on my knee right there, I don't like that. I want to straighten out my leg, and I want to get that. That's the space that really helped Lachlan get inside, and then now thread that through. Now look at that thread. Come look at this. See how he threaded it through? So either he's gonna spin, or in the case of a lot of his opponents, they started to freak out. So they would like go this way, and then he would land just like that, and they would end up right in the heel hook. The last thing I'm gonna talk about, because I'm kind of repeating myself, but I hope you guys are learning from repeatedly seeing this, is last one I wanna say is, I did get to watch, and just stay there, sit on your butt. I did get to watch Lachlan's leg lock over the heavyweight champ. I think it was Caden Duarte. So when he had the heel hook, he didn't exactly have his legs in position. I think you might have my foot like this, something like this. Like look at how the legs, guys, are like I'm not controlling the leg between my legs the way I would like in 50-50. But what Lachlan did is he never let the foot go. And then once he was able to get here, he controlled the knee so that the knee didn't get out. He just hugged it. So now if you try to like run backward, and then once he got here and he slipped this into position, he basically used the heel hook to get the position. Instead of the normal idea of get position first and then go for submission, in this case, the position is the position of the heel hook. He would literally use the mechanism of the submission to freak out Duarte. So even though the leg seems not controlled while you're holding onto that foot, he like held here. Once he went for the pressure, you feel that pressure, huh? That made, even though it looks loose, you know how you get out? You bail on that and you step right away, but come back. But what Duarte did is he waited just a little too long. I don't know why he didn't get out, but whatever. He just didn't, okay? He waited a little too long. This stressed him out, which made him let go of that, and then no, don't do it yet. He didn't, he just paused. Then Lachlan moved his leg, and now it's too late. Do you understand what I mean? So instead of getting the position and then going here, he thought, I can defend the submission by controlling here. I can defend, like keep it open. Like, yeah, like you're safe. Like you can't get him because I don't have the leg locked down, like controlled. But instead, Lachlan was genius. He pulled this in, he got here, and this stress alone divided his attention, and then boom, happened, and bam. And then it's all a wrap. And that was super interesting when I saw it again on video. Because while you're sitting in the crowd and you're watching the ADCC, you really just are like mesmerized. And you're far away. Like I was in the middle section. It wasn't that bad, but there was like almost not even a bad seat in the house. But either way, when you're watching it live, it's just such an experience. You always want instant replay. And it's not like watching it on video. When you watch it on video, everything's a little bit easier to like grasp. So when I got to re-see it, I was like, then I rewound it like a couple times, like, oh man, you see the moment. If you guys can watch it on Flow, you can see the moment where Duarte kind of like, he got divided. His attention was divided by the threat of the heel hook. So then he abandoned his control of the leg, and then it was over. Checkmate. So Lachlan Giles' stock just went crazy up. That guy, he was already a great instructor, and he still is, obviously. But now, come on, everybody's gonna be looking to learn from this guy, including myself. So guys, props to Lachlan, he's incredible. Bronze medalist as only a 77 kilo competitor in the absolute division at Abu Dhabi. I think the only guy ever to do that was Marcelo Garcia. So props to Lachlan. Hope you guys enjoyed. If I messed up, I'm sorry. I'm not the best at that kind of stuff. I don't even do much leg locks anymore. I'll tell you stories of heel hooks later. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Teach Me Grappling. Click the like down below and subscribe if you haven't already. Alarm bell's on. You know the deal. Share this video with everybody you know. Come on, go on social media. Help me out. And if you haven't clicked the link to Patreon or PayPal, you need to do this because I'm here and I'm trying. I'm helping you guys. So thank you guys so much for everybody that already does. And I'll see you guys next time. There's more Abu Dhabi stuff to do next time. Out. He's like, I'm out.